Introducing Naturally You, a podcast celebrating the unfiltered stories of inspiring women, each one as rare, radiant, and resilient as a natural diamond. Hey everyone, and welcome to Naturally You. I'm so excited because today we are sitting down with founder and CEO of DanceBody, Katia Pryce. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. This is so fun.
I was just saying, I'm so impressed you're here 37 weeks pregnant and just opening stores this week, doing it all and looking fabulous.
I appreciate that. It took a lot of effort on all fronts.
I'm very impressed. So you are just opening studios everywhere. Tell me a little bit about how DanceBody came about. You were first a professional dancer?
I was a professional dancer. I moved to New York City with the dream of being on Broadway, like we all do. So I came here with a suitcase and a one-way ticket and no place to stay, no job, nothing. I moved from Detroit, so that's where I'm from, is from Michigan. And I really had no connections. I had no idea what I was doing. And just, I knew I had to get here. That's what I knew. And I was auditioning all the time and not getting anything all the time. And then very early on fell into boutique fitness. Probably like around 2008, 2009.
That's really early for boutique fitness.
That was like right when it was like the thing. It was burgeoning. It was coming out. And I found my home there. I found that for me, fitness felt like performing, but on a different level and on a level that also paid. You know, you have to have money to live in New York City. So I was like, oh, they're going to pay me to like work out with people? This is amazing. So soon after that, I decided to go out on my own and do my own thing. And I started to facilitate and create DanceBody. I didn't realize how much people loved dancing for their workout. I had no idea, only in New York City, right? I did not realize that was a thing. I was like, people are gonna pay me to do this? This is amazing. I loved it so much that I very quickly started a company. I have no business starting a company, right? My background is, I have a degree in musical theater. My mom said, if you can be an actress, you can be anything you want.
Yes, that's true. That's so good.
But I'm talking like no business plan, no investors, no idea. And being a girl boss and like starting a company was not a thing in those days, in 2012, 2013. Like, entrepreneur was something I had to Google. I had no idea what I was doing, truly at all. So I really started from a grassroots effort, and it was very organic supply and demand. And that's kind of how I started. And I started out of rented space, would rent it by the hour. So it's like you're in, you're out. And I did that for 5 years before I even opened one studio.
How did people during that time like find out about the classes? Because like social media wasn't what it is today too.
Exactly. It was all word of mouth. And the best thing about New York City is once you have the right pool of people with the right word of mouth, you're in, baby. Like, that's what's so amazing about this city, is it's like unlike any other city in that way. Like, you have such a saturation of people who are enthusiasts of every kind and fashion. You will find your people. And that's what was really amazing. So the people that wanted this found it. And I think in those days, I was really ahead of the game. I was a first adopter in that. So boutique fitness was not as saturated as it is today, even so. But dance fitness is even more new. So I also think there was something very New York about walking up 5 flights of stairs and like not having a studio. It was very underground, very culty. But I did that for 5 years. Like, I had unlimited members paying unlimited memberships out of rented space.
Was it always the same space or different?
Different.
Okay.
Totally different. Like, it's New York. You're renting by the hour, so it's not really up to you. So I didn't open my first studio, my first DanceBody studio, until 2018.
Wow. And how, like, where was it? How did you go about getting like your first like official DanceBody studio?
Really poorly. I think, you know, the thing is, like, you pay your tuition in the school of hard knocks when you're starting a company. Certainly when you have no safety net. Certainly when you're not from New York, you have no network here. You have no business start. I had no business starting a company in New York. I did not know anyone. I did not have connections. Literally nothing. But I loved what I did so much, and I think I really gravitated people to me who really loved what I did, and therefore started to form a really strong community around this idea of dance and movement and feeling your body, moving to music. People were just into it. So I had really awesome people around me and that were really committed. So it's a longer story, but essentially, like, I got into really bad real estate lawsuits very early on in my career.
Oh, man.
Because I had someone who was not above board advising me, who, you know, was the guy in the button-up shirt. Once he found out how much money I was making, he was like, oh, let me help advise you. Didn't go well. Turns out he didn't know what he was doing either. So I eventually did open a space, but every space I've opened has been a turnkey space. I've never taken a space that's totally raw and opened it up because the cost of that is so exponential. What I found is that when you get a turnkey space, like a fitness business that goes out of business, you're kind of halfway there. So that is actually how I got it. I found studios that were going out of business and I took over their spaces and then always rebranded and made them nice and pretty. But that's really what I've done for all of the studios that I've ever had. It's never been a full build out.
And how many studios do you have now?
Well, we lost one in COVID, last one in, first one out. So we lost our Williamsburg, Brooklyn location, but we have our Tribeca location, our Nomad location, and now we have our Westport, Connecticut location. Nice. But every summer we have a huge residency in the Hamptons, in Bridgehampton as well.
Do you have a Miami location?
No, Miami went down. But
okay, we won't talk about it.
That's okay. But we do have an LA satellite location. I have an amazing trainer out there. We don't have a space, but her classes are packed.
So how did you go about scaling your business since 2018? Like any tips from that whole journey that you can leave?
Don't try to get your boutique fitness business through COVID. It's really hard.
How
that's
did
my
you
tip.
get it through COVID?
Well, actually, that's a great question and a great way to move with it. In 2016, okay, we launched online streaming.
Way ahead of the game.
Way ahead of the game. Smartest thing we ever did. Remember, we didn't have a space then.
Yeah.
So I was taking a video camera and suctioning, cupping it to a window. Like it was total madness. Using real music, no music licensing. Like no one knew what they were doing. But I knew I had people that wanted the workout that did not live in New York City. I knew that. So what we did was, remember Periscope? Remember that like live streaming?
It sounds very familiar.
Yeah, so I streamed on there for a year before we launched our online.
Is that still a thing?
No, I think someone bought them and then someone bought them and then someone ate them.
Yeah.
So no. But I streamed for a year for free so people could see what it was. And then I launched it in 2016. And from that day to this day, we haven't even changed our pricing. It's always been the same.
Wow.
Yeah. So in 2016, that is what got us through COVID. We had online. That was huge. I deemed myself and my co-founder essential workers. And all through COVID, we went to that studio every single day and we streamed live every single day.
Wow.
Twice a day. And people could depend on that. And I think what we found was, everyone cared about six packs and workouts before COVID. And then afterward, people were much more attuned to mental health, feeling good, having a community. Things really shifted after that time.
So how has like your approach to fitness or being an entrepreneur like evolved since the original days of being a founder to now?
Well, I know a little bit more now than I did when I was 29. I'm 42 now, but it has evolved in a lot of ways. I think throughout the years, I abdicated my responsibility to different people, thinking that other people were smarter than I was, or they knew my business, or they kind of knew what was the best thing. These fancy people in New York that like just know things. No, I think what's really happened in this like really 12-year evolution of my company is I've really taken back the reins and the power, because ultimately, like, I know my customer, I know my product, I know what we're offering, and I know the people that want it, and I know where they are. And no consultant can really help me with that. There's many smart people out there that have given me great advice, but at the end of the day, the final call has to be mine. And I think that's something I really took back.
And do you find it difficult or hard? Like, I just had my baby a little over a year ago, and being so involved with your business and being so like attuned to, like, you teach classes, like you're very on the ground. How do you like balance that, or is that even a word? Like, how do you work in the same capacity while also being like a mom, and now you're going to be a mom
Again.
Yes.
Yeah, ask me this question in like 5 months. I have no idea with 2, but I know with 1, I think I was really nervous because I think becoming a mom when you're a business owner,
it scared the crap out of me. I was put it off for a while.
Of course, because your business is your baby.
Yeah.
And you do not know how it's going to affect you. You don't know how you're going to feel. I don't know how it was for you, but postpartum was really tough for me, and I did not expect it. So,
did you take like time off after?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I needed to. Mentally, I was not ready to come back. And I think that felt like a failure in a way, because I was like, everyone's like, you're going to bounce back. Being in fitness, the bounce back is a big topic of conversation.
Yeah.
The bounce back takes a year plus. It takes a long time.
And in my head, I was like, oh, by 4 months, I'll be back. And it literally took me like an entire year.
Thank you. Yes. You hear that, everyone? It takes a year. 1 year.
Yeah.
1 year. 9 months in, 1 year
Yeah.
out. Like that is the ratio. And I had to work really hard at it. I think I really didn't expect that. I think when you're a type A perfectionist, owning a business type of person, you're just like, all right, I'll just tick these things off my list. And then postpartum hits you like a truck and you're like, oh, I also I have to look after a baby now.
Yeah.
This is different. So I think, you know, what I will say is in postpartum, I really took my time coming back. I was not mentally ready. I was not physically ready. I just had to really pull back. And I think that was a tough pill to swallow initially. Once I got my feet back under me and I kind of, having help and support is the number one thing. My husband is amazing. He's incredibly supportive. He's very involved with our child. He doesn't check out, which thank God, you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Husbands are a box of chocolates until you have a baby. You don't know who you're getting. And then after you have a kid, it's a whole different relationship.
Yes.
And thank God he pulled through. So he's been super supportive. I have to have a full-time nanny. I want to work full-time. So I needed to have full-time help.
Yeah.
And we were very lucky to do that. But that's important to me. Even, you know, I've met a lot of women who are like, but is it worth it? Because, you know, with the amount you pay the nanny and the amount you make. And I'm like, don't even talk to me about that because
I was just saying this. I was like, I was at home-ish with my son because he had like hand, foot, and mouth and whatever. And I was like, I literally could not do this all day, every day. I would do anything to go to the office. Like, I was like, I look forward to Mondays sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Monday is my Saturday.
I need like a balance. It's like me time is when I work.
100%. I think because work time is time for yourself. It feeds your ego. It feeds your confidence. It gives you this thing outside of being a mom can feel like such a slog, and it's wonderful. It's the best of times. It's the worst of times. Yes. It's like the only way I can describe it. I love it so much. I actually love it so much more than I thought as a business owner. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. And then I'm like, oh, I want to hang out with you all the time, but I can't because if I do, I don't feel like myself.
Yeah.
So redefining your identity and coming back to myself did take time. But once I had my support system and once I realized what I needed to feel good in the week, it all kind of made sense with one. Now, going into having 2 kids, I think I'll probably do the same thing. I just can't imagine a world where I just have a lot of energy. And I have this thing that I'm so creatively tied to, and I have a purpose to it and a passion for it. I just can't imagine being like, oh, I'm done with it. This is not a hobby. This is part of the fabric of who I am.
And being like so involved as a founder, do you like see or get nervous that your business will struggle when you like take the time off?
Of course. I mean, and there is no balance. It's like if you spend more time at home, your business suffers. If you spend more time with your business, your family life is going to suffer. So it's just the ebb and flow. And there are seasons, right? Right now, I am in a season where with opening a new store, I'm putting so much output. And there are just days where I don't see my daughter, and that's really hard. But I know a lot of moms that work in corporate America, and that's their normal. Like, it's all relative. I try not to have that be my normal because dinner time is really sacred to us. We always make it a point to like, we are doing dinner as a family, and we've done it since she was a month old.
How old is she now?
She's 2 and a little bit.
Okay.
So she's going to end up being like 2.5 by the time baby boy gets here.
That's going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot. But at least going into the second time, you have some expectation.
Exactly. You know what you're getting into, kind of. At first, you're like, I have no idea what I'm getting into.
No, the first time is just a kick in the ass. There's no way around it. It's, especially for us girls that are like doers.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. But at least this time, I have my help in place. I kind of know what it's going to be. It's still going to be hard. I'm still going to be sleep deprived. I don't know about you, but I had a terrible time breastfeeding.
I had the worst. I gave up after like a month.
I hear you. It's really tough.
I came back to the office after 2 weeks, and I probably shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
With him here every day. So it was an interesting time. Yeah. I was like, I could do it. It's fine. He's just sleeping there.
Turns out they're a lot of work, and breastfeeding is a full-time job.
No, it's a full-time job. I didn't realize. I was like, wait, I can't leave this human for more than 2 hours at a time anywhere.
No, it's like it's the craziest thing. Like time just escapes you.
Yeah.
You don't have time, and you don't have time for yourself. And
Yeah.
I don't know how old you are, but I had like with my first child.
I'm almost 35.
Yeah, so yours even starting early by New York City standards. That's very early for New York City standards. I didn't have my first baby till I was 40, and now I'm going to be 42. Or I am 42, but I was like, I had to tell myself, I'm like, listen, you had 40 years to be by yourself and do whatever you wanted. So stop complaining. and just take care of your child. But it is a rude awakening when you're used to having that much access to like doing whatever you want in your schedule, and you have your 12-step skincare routine.
Yeah.
Things take a hit. Just like, and when it comes to balance in business, I don't know that there's a balance, but there's a daily shift that works for you. I think within the day, I know what I need to keep myself balanced. I need to eat really well. I need to move. If I do not move, all my thoughts and anxieties stay in my head. Movement for me is medicine. So I do teach as a point of pride, and I do teach as a point of wanting to be very closely tied to my product, but it is medicine for me. And I don't think I really felt that until after I had a child. That community became a lot more important to me. The movement became a lot more important to me, and it wasn't vanity's sake. It was my mental clarity.
And I'm so impressed by all of like the videos, the content, the dancing you're doing. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, it definitely looks insane. But remember, I've been doing it for so long, right? Like, you know, you can't, I don't know. I mean, you can start doing this within pregnancy.
Anyone that's doing your class with you, this pregnant, who's like who's like struggling, I would be like, oh, I can't even show that I'm struggling because she's doing it so well.
That's what we work on. We work on guilt. Okay, we just go on guilt. It's like you should all feel peer pressured right now.
So is the Westport studio that you're opening the first one like outside of like a major city?
That's it.
And what was like the thought process to expanding?
I already have 2 stores in New York City, and as you know, with any entrepreneur, starting a store in New York City is highly capital intensive. Like, it's a big bet, and it takes a lot of time to monetize. It's not that easy. So I was really thinking about this and wondering, certainly with like, do we go digital or do we go more brick and mortar? We were founded as a brick and mortar, and I think going through that COVID shift, like, it's been really interesting just to see which way it was going to go. I really want to get back to stores. It's really our roots. It's our identity. It's part of who we are. So many of our clients moved outside the city during COVID.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
My New York City girls are everywhere. These enclaves that are just begging.
That are underserved, probably.
Super underserved, and they're all there, and they all want it. So I was like, there's no reason why we shouldn't try a store outside the city. Is it going to be exactly the same? No, but like even my 2 stores in New York City aren't exactly the same. So we have a great group out there. A lot of ex-DanceBody girls are excited because they're there and they want to come to the studio all the time. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to go. What's great about it is it's not like opening on the West Coast where I have to get on a plane to fix an emergency.
Yeah.
It's a train ride away. So it's far, but it's not that far. So I think I'm going to be curious to see how it goes and what the response is. And I think very quickly on the heels of that, we will continue to expand.
What are some of like the challenges you have, maybe like scaling the talent in your different studio locations, making sure everything is like consistent or up to like your standards if you're like, type A or
I'm super type A.
Yeah.
It's just being a very involved founder. Like, I am super involved. I love to sweat the small stuff, but I have a great team around me who can help support those efforts. They know how I think, feel, eat, sleep. Like, they understand the initiative, so they can take the reins when I'm not able to and keep things in check. Also, with the talent and the trainers that we hire, I really try to infuse them with a sense of ownership. Like, they really own that space. If I am not in that studio, they are the studio owner. That's it. Whatever energy is in that space, that's what's coming forth.
Yeah.
So the number one most difficult thing, and you hit the nail on the head, is talent.
Yeah.
Is finding those people. But, for example, one of my trainers in Connecticut has been a client for 7 years. She understands the brand. She eats, sleeps, lives the brand. She could talk about it backwards and forwards because she's been a client for so long. One of my favorite things to do is turn clients into trainers.
Yeah.
It's not an easy transition. Like, you think it's easy, and then you start doing it, and you're like, oh, I guess being a trainer is really hard. I'm like, no, it's like,
it's
really
not
hard.
easy.
Yeah.
With that being said, I kind of want to transition to like our fun diamond game.
Great. I love fun diamond games.
So I picked out a few rings, and I kind of just want to show them to you, and you tell me like what type of DanceBody girl would wear each of these engagement rings. Where do they live? What do they do? So we can start with this one. This one is a 5.8 carat oval in a pave platinum split shank setting.
Oh yeah, she's from the Upper East Side. That's what I would say. I'm just gonna put it on.
Yeah, of course.
Feel
free. That's what it's for.
Yeah, she's on the Upper East Side. She comes to class probably, 4 to 7 times a week. And she definitely is wearing this every time she's coming to class.
Even though she shouldn't be.
I need to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm losing stones.
Yeah.
I know.
No one should be working out
excellent.
with their engagement rings.
I work out with my rings all the time. Am I in trouble?
Yes, you're in trouble.
Is that why I'm losing stones?
Yes, that's definitely why you're losing stones. We should not be working
I
out
lost
with your
like
rings.
3 of them. Every time I look at this one ring, I'm like, oh, there goes another one.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
sort of like pressure on the metal can make like stones come loose.
Yeah, also they're bent.
Bend it out around, yeah.
The pop-ups. It was the pop-ups.
Yeah.
I know exactly what did
Especially with like
She's
sculpt and
gorgeous.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. Well, we work with our hands a lot, so
Yeah.
it's definitely... But who wants to wear a rubber band ring to a fancy workout class?
I know.
I don't.
So you just have to be there to maintain it, I guess.
Right? Just fix it.
Okay, this next one is a 4-carat, like antique style elongated cushion set in a button back bezel.
Oh, I love her. Yes, she's my downtown girl. This is my Tribeca girl. She's coming to class probably same thing 4 to 5 times a week. She loves cardio. She's definitely going all the fashion shows. And when she walks in, she looks super chic, like she's not even working out. I love her.
Yeah, that
Where
one.
is my husband? Can he come on the show?
Yeah,
next?
he's always invited. This one is a fancy yellow. It's a 4.3 carat fancy yellow cushion set in yellow gold.
Oh, yeah. So this to me would be like... This would be like a secondary ring. I feel like this is my Hamptons mom who's coming to class. She's like, all right, should I wear my 15 carat or my 10 carat
This is like
today?
the ring she works out in.
Yes, she works out with this. This is her summer ring.
Yes.
Yeah, she has different rings for different seasons. Mm-hmm. And this is a summer ring. Wow. I think I just saw my fortune in the ring. And it's good.
Okay, last but not least, we have a old European cut.
Ooh, love.
This is a 4-carat old euro set in a antique style setting with pegettes.
Oh, yeah. She's a classic girl. So she's scared of the dance cardio, but she loves the sculpt class. The sculpt class is where she feels good. She's definitely a nomad. It's such like a great architectural area. Oh my God, this is just stunning. She loves her weights, loves her resistance bands, really wants to move to the music, but not sure about the dance class.
Okay. Love it. Thank you. That was so good.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
I mean, obviously the first one. She's killer. Yeah. And I'm a 7-day-a-week girl myself.
Yeah.
So. Are those up for grabs?
Yeah, they are. They're all available for purchase.
Excellent.
Amazing. So, what do you think? How do you maintain like your confidence and energy over like the past 12 years, like growing this business through ups and downs? Like, how do you? What do you dig inside deep to like keep going or continue to like motivate yourself?
Well, that's really easy. When there is no plan B, there's only plan A. So like when there is no safety net, this is what I do. This is how I live. So I think there's that. Coming from the Midwest, I have a very blue collar mentality about work. When it comes to work, it's just something we all do and we go every single day and we work all day. Like it's been called, I think, the millennial toxic
That's how.
work
Okay,
ethic.
so I feel the exact same way, and I'm like, I feel like the work ethic has shifted a lot since
Yes.
COVID, and like I personally like don't understand that because I'm like a psycho and I love like coming to work and working hard.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, it feeds me. I think everyone's a little bit different, but
Is it a toxic millennial thing?
I'm gonna be careful with how I answer. Listen, have there been days where I've like gone way too far and really pushed it, and maybe years where I pushed it too far at my own health's detriment? Absolutely. But it moved the needle and it got me to where it got me. And I do think some of those years were super critical. Those years where I wasn't married and I didn't have kids, those years were hyper critical in building the foundation of my business. It was a 24-hour-a-day job. And it really demanded that. No one was going to do that work but me. There's no one I could have paid or brought on that would have done that but me. So I do feel that work is necessary depending on what you want to do. It depends on your ambitions. What do you want? What are you happy with? Are you happy with a certain level or do you want to go over here? It's the same, by the way, with working out. What do you want your body to look and feel like? If you want this type of result, that is a different type of work ethic. It just is for everyone. I mean, some of us are very genetically gifted for a while. And then when you turn 40, like some of us, like you realize like, oh, I have to work really differently and much more thoughtfully. So I don't think it's toxic. I think for me, it's just part of the fabric of who I am. I have learned as I've gotten older to slow down and take those moments, and having a family, honestly, even having a dog before that forced me. It's just like those things that keep you human, forces you to like slow down and take a breath. I think that's really important, and it gives you your creativity back. I found that when I push it too hard and I work for too long, I lose creativity. I kind of burn out.
Yeah.
So I do need to have those pockets of time. But on the whole, like, it's just part of my daily. Like, we go to work. That's what we do. And it feels good. And we like it.
I agree. Do you have, like, tips for new moms who are trying to, like, get back into fitness? Or?
Yeah. I think the number one mistake that new moms make when they're trying to get back into working out is not taking the time to rehab first. Everyone wants to jump back into planking and jump back into running, and you're going to be a little disappointed. The pelvic floor, I know this is not this kind of show, but like the pelvic floor is very fragile and very important. If you do not take the time to rehab your pelvic floor, you're just going to pee your pants every time you work out. And like, we're too young and too hot to pee our pants. But that takes a specialist. I went to a pelvic floor specialist myself after I gave birth. By the way, C-section or natural, it really doesn't matter. Like, this whole area of your body is so crucial as a woman to have control over. When you are pregnant, you are basically hijacked. You have no control. And everything gets really loose, for lack of a better word. And I think people really underestimate the amount of time it takes to slowly and methodically bring that back. It sucks, by the way. No one wants to do pelvic floor exercises.
It sucks.
It's horrible. It sucks. It takes forever. But once you've done it, it's just like working. It's just like building a business. Once you have the foundation, then you can start doing more of the fun stuff. But until you have the foundation, you're just working with a rocky ship. So that is it.
What are your, goals and aspirations with DanceBody in the future?
I mean, I think right now we have a test. The test is, do studios outside of New York City work? That is the number one thing I'm looking at. And the second I understand if they work, we're going to go guns blazing. If I feel like it's not working, we are going to go a different direction. So this year is going to be very informative to me on what direction we're going. Having a service business is incredibly difficult. It's crazy hard, and it really does depend on the people you have around you and the consumers and what their behaviors are. So my goal and aspiration would be to not lose my mind and be able to expand brick and mortars, because I really do think, obviously with a name like DanceBody, 99% of my customers are women. Having that third space outside of your work, outside of your family, is so crucial. And I think COVID really showed that to us. Having a place to go where you feel like you have a community, where you feel like you can see friends, they're like-minded, things are happening. I just think creating that space is so important. And we have so few spaces like that left that I feel very called to produce that. So I'm really hoping that that's the route we're going to be able to take. If it doesn't go that direction, I have other ideas.
And, sorry, I had like a thought in my head. Oh, how do you, with the boutique fitness, and there's so much like competition out there now, like how do you, set DanceBody apart and find like your community?
Well, first of all, from a workout perspective, there is nothing like DanceBody. It just doesn't even exist. I've asked people, it doesn't exist. Inside of each and every one of our classes, you get two things that are ridiculously important. You get your cardiovascular training, super important, and you get resistance training within one class. So you don't have to do like a cardio thing and then a sculpt thing. Like you're getting it all. So I'm getting your heart rate up in every single class, but I'm also giving you resistance training in every single class. So that is really important. And, the composition of the workout is effective. It's basically the fountain of youth. So I think that sets it apart. And I think that the performance nature of our trainers sets it apart in a huge way. The trainer's not just telling you what to do, they are doing every single thing with you.
Wait, I have taken a DanceBody class in Tribeca with Mindy.
Yes.
And it was like the hardest thing I've ever done, actually.
Exactly.
It was the sculpt portion, I almost like died.
Yeah.
And that was like before I was pregnant and I like could work out a lot. And it was crazy.
Yes. Well, and especially like
very effective,
but like taking one class is like trying to learn Spanish in a day.
Yeah.
Like it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's so difficult. There is a huge learning curve. And I think that's what is overwhelming to people when they come, because they're like, oh, well, I don't dance, therefore I cannot. I'm like, no, you can. So what there is at DanceBody is there's an ascension plan. We have a sculpt tract and we have a cardio tract where you start here, then you go to here, then you go to here. So then you don't just start at the top of the pyramid. You kind of work your way up. So in every sculpt class, I'm kind of priming you for the dance class, even though there's no dance in it at all. The sculpt class, you're moving to music. You're moving to the cadence and the rhythm. So it's actually tricking your brain that you're learning rhythms and you're learning syncopation and you're learning these things. In the dance class, we start with a class where there's no choreography at all. It's just you're following along.
I did like something on like a mat with different numbers, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yes, it's like adult twister.
You need to open a Midtown West location.
Tell me about it, sister.
It's underserved, the Midtown West area of Manhattan.
Now that people are back to work, I think that could work.
There are no studios anywhere here.
It's really, I gotta tell you, it's really hard for studios to survive. It's not easy. It's very, very tough. But I think, you know, with the passion of the community, I mean, this is the thing. I've been doing this for so long. Even during COVID, I was like, do I close my doors? And then people just kept wanting it. I'm like, oh, I guess I have to keep going because people are still showing up. So I think people are really, you do get so addicted to the type of movement that it is and then the results that you're getting mentally and physically that it is hard to give up. It's like the healthiest addiction you could ever have. So it does something different. When you combine dance and music, those are hitting the primal reward centers of your brain. It's not the same as walking. It's not the same as just listening to a song. When you're combining those two powerhouses, you get addicted to it in a very different way. And when the beat drops and there's 30 women all at the same time going like, you feel that power. And you don't know what it was, but you know you want it over and over again.
I think also the whole online community is very, very strong and like lots of energy.
Yes. Yeah. It's, especially if you live in an area where like there's nothing around you. I live 6 blocks away and sometimes I can't get my ass to class or it's sold out. I mean, like, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm streaming at home my own product. Like it's crazy because I selfishly want to go. Because it works.
Well, this is super exciting. I wish you so much luck on the Westport opening.
Thank
also,
you.
The second baby.
Thank you.
And where can everyone like follow you along, visit the studios, all of that?
Yeah, so everything's on dancebody.com or at DanceBody on Instagram. I am at Katia_DanceBody. I read all my DMs, so if you want to send me a message, I will see it. But yeah, that's where it's at. Also, if you want to stream live, dancebodylive.com. We have live classes where we're streaming our New York City classes, but we also have a huge on-demand library if you can't catch it live.
Amazing.